The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. Canes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Duke's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here comes this quarterback. This entire offense is built around him. He is the engine of the entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks towards him. He's been doing it all year long. Everybody believes in this young man. Big opportunity, big stage.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. Ripping through the defense. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Fires the pass, intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They want the edge on the jet sweep. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. And the Hurricanes in the hurry-up. Here's the handoff. On the move at the 30. He's off to the races. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got him 1st and 10 outside the 40. Wants to throw. It's Ward. Finds the tight end. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him today.
The Canes are on the move. Off the play fake on first down. Catch in the middle, it's George. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Leaves it with the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. They're going to run it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Trying to pound their way in. And they'll find the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
goes as he goes. So really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep beating him in football. He shows you all his ability on that TV.
Ready to try the point after. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
7-2-0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn over. That's a cardinal sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. That completion leaves us with second and medium. They go to the ground. Just ran him over. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And the ball is picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Looking for a productive play on first down. To the ground with the back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Takes the handoff. It's Moore. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the catch. It's Moore. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here, get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field and get some more points.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up the pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
We might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Back to throw, it's Murphy. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. The Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Grabbed behind the line. It's George. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward movement, stopping for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Running it back, it's Moore. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field.
On 3rd down, you're thinking it might be pass, so the offense goes draw play, trying to fool you, but didn't work. Defense wasn't tricked. They're able to make the tackle and now set up for it.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Off play action. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Bringing it back, it's Moore. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Pass to 45. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball a wide receiver. So great job by the quarterback, using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
To the air, it's Murphy. He's got his man. Able to make his way past the sticks for the 1st down, and the time is going to drain out here in the 1st quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that.
And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, K. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Nebraska is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Lincoln. One of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UCLA. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. After the incompletion, it's second down.
And I think the 2 earlier interceptions has rattled this quarterback a little bit. He's just not playing with a lot of confidence. He tried to complete that last throw off of his back leg. Of course, we know when you try to do that, your accuracy goes way down. This quarterback needs to get himself set.
Back to throw, it's Murphy. Working that left side now. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Blue Devils headed quickly to the line. Going up top on first down. The quick out. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll fire. Got his man on the right. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2. Offense, quick tempo. From the shotgun, the inside give. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. Trying to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane. How about that D coming up with a play like that? They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? The first guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Blue Devils want to crank the tempo. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Using his legs, it's Moore. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. And the Blue Devils send out the punt unit. Fair catch, called for and made. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. They'll run play action. He fires to the left side. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Miami. And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't know if they could have stopped.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. Bust through behind his pass. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
On the run, it's Murphy. He's right on target. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. They'll try to power their way ahead. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Blue Devils will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. looking to throw on second down. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
The Hurricanes will call on their punt team.
Formation to kick it away.
Looking for a block. It's Moore. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Moore. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up second and 4. They move the tight end all over. The play action fake. Using the quick game. Tackled immediately after the catch. And that last completion left them short of the sticks. It's third down. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Throwing right. It's caught. Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's now a final in one of the more intriguing games of the season, this huge top 5 clash. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Gonna be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other could have a case for the #1 spot in America, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Slips one guy, now he's loose. They'll immediately call timeout.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Quickly complete. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's second and 2. To the air. It's Ward. He makes the connection. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's George. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And how about the year he's put together? I mean, he is in the top 10 in passing in college football, obviously. And obviously, we're talking about him for the Heisman. But just
into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Canes! I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the incredibly so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Makes it past the marker. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
Just about set for the second half kickoff.
Set to kick this one.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Able to work into the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. The RPO, it's complete. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The aerial assault continues. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And now on 2nd down for this offense. And It'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Arroyo. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It hoped to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, I love the 3rd down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
Looking to pass. It's Murphy. Gets it out fast. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. That last completion has him set up 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to get to, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession of what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
He's looking to throw. That's a fly. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback.
Touchdown, Hurricane! And the route is on. These guys wanted to make a statement. The statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't let the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. They got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Snagged in the middle, it's Harvey. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Blue Devils line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quick strike complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games, in big moments where he's really shined. And that's...
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2 His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly complete.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Caught close to the marker, it's Moore. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now on third down for this offense. To the air, it's Murphy. Got his man quickly. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked in what this defense is trying to do.
They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the tackler. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Trying to wear down this defense. The seventh play of the drive. It's 3rd and 1. Fires to the right. He got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, and the attempt is no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Using the quick game. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Restrepo. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Canes decide to punt it away.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. All wideouts, no backs. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Trying play action. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. On the return, it's Johnson.
Return brings it out to the 40.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got it behind the line. It's Restrepo. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. They're on a critical third down here in the 4th quarter. Surprise, surprise. Guess who they go to? That guy.
He now has 79 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They're going to ride this running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. The Canes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see it, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the 1st down.
He looks that one in nicely. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw it again. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together. Get some good mojo.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Immediately fires to the middle. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Harvey. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. He wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop after the catch. Still some work to do to pick up that first down. Using him out in the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the... And it's his 4th interception of the night. The sudden change on the turnover, Manning is looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. On the move, it's Ward. Caught. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Hurricanes will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Looking for a block. It's moved. And now the hit knocks it loose.
Man, there is nothing more deflating when I'm an offensive player. I just got a great stop. The offense is about to get the football back, and then we cough it up on special teams. And guess what? I got to get my helmet on and go right back out there, and I got to get another stop.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field. And this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows. He's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. The give as they work on that clock. Got enough for the first. He now has 110 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. They'll ride the hot hand, and they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.